Hello, hello. It's business partner B1 Plus. This lesson is on Unit 3, Job Hunting, 3.5, Writing, Covering Letters. What are covering letters? We are going to see in this lesson. We have it here. Learners can write a covering letter addressing specific information mentioned in a job advertisement. Well, what is this? We have it here. Look, what is a cover letter, or what is the covering letter? A cover letter introduces you to an employer and asks them to think about your application. It's a short letter, 3 to 5 paragraphs, that you should send with your CV or application form. You should always include a cover letter when you apply for a job using a CV, according to nationalcareers.service.gov.uk. Well, this is it then, right? And this is the lesson. Let's start by answering two questions. Have you ever written or read a covering letter? Have you? To be honest, I didn't have this idea of a cover letter. No, not really. And you? Is it common in your area to see that? Is it common in Brazil, for example, to send a cover letter? What do you think an effective covering letter should include? According to that website from the British government, it should be interesting to address the topics in the job advertisement. We will have something related to this in this lesson, and this will make the lesson much more interesting. Very interesting, by the way. Well, we have this first exercise here. Read the covering letter. We are going to read together. It accompanies a CV for an application for the sales intern, post on page 127. Proofread the letter and find 9 more language mistakes. Olha, o jogo dos 7 erros, só que não são 7, são 9. Think about spelling, grammar, and missing words. Let's try to find those 9 errors, 9 mistakes. But first of all, let's see the sales intern post on page 127. Let me show you. Sales interns needed for immediate start. Oh, that job is in every lesson almost in Unit 3, right? They haven't found the people to work in the company yet. Do you have a degree in business studies or sports education? Are you competitive? Are you looking for an internship with a dynamic international employer? At Surfing Technologies, we need graduates who are highly motivated, organized, and communicative. You must be prepared to learn quickly about the latest trends in surfing, and you will be responsible for selling to key clients. Surfing Technologies are based in Sydney, and we have a proven track record in offering our successful interns an exciting career in sales with opportunities to travel around the world. This position is for 3 to 6 months. No previous experience is required, and working hours are flexible. If you think you have the necessary skills and are passionate about surfing, please send your CV with a covering letter to our head of recruitment at hr@surftechnologies.au. Successful candidates will be called for an interview. We would love to hear from you. So this is the advert from Surfing Technologies. Very interesting, by the way. I'd like to go to the beach. Would you? Would you too? Well. So we saw the post. Let's read the covering letter. Dear Mr. Saunders, position of sales intern. Please find attached my CV in response to the above vacancy as advertised in your website. I have just completed a sports education degree and am looking for a chance to work for a dynamic international company like Surfing Technologies. As a keen and experienced surfer, I organized the surfing team at university, and last year we have won a national competition. It wasn't a competition in English, on English writing, right? It was on surfing, not on English. I have spent the last 3 summer holidays working for a local surfing company, where my communication skills helped me to increasing their sales significantly. In addition, the flexible working hours enabled me to complete the ASI Surfing Instructor Level 2 course last year. Due to my passion for surfing, I have always kept up to date with current trends and feel that I would be suitable fit for your company. I would very much appreciate the opportunity of an interview to find out more about the position and to demonstrate how I can be of value to your company. I look forward to hear from you. Yours sincerely, Gemma Sinclair. Well, how did you like this letter? Do you think it's a good one? Well written? We find mistakes, right? We have a mistake here. Please find attach my CV. Find attached, right? This is the beginning of the lesson. And after that, we have some other mistakes. We should discuss in the lesson, right? Try to find the mistakes, and we can go faster during the live lesson. There are some mistakes, but poor her, right? Everybody commits mistakes. A gente erramos em português. And this mistake was on purpose, okay? On purpose. Well, the mistakes are easy to find, so I'm not going to give you the answers now. We can find them together in the live lesson. Then we have the functional language. Complete the table, this table here, using the words and phrases in the box. And we have the words advertised, allow, accept, confident, considered, degree, enclosed, exceeding, experience, grateful, have been, vacancy. Look at number 1. Please find my CV. Attach it. No, we don't have that word, right? So it is enclosed. I'm writing to apply for the of manager as blah in the Times. I'd like to be for the post of manager. Do you think I should give you the answers? Well, maybe in the end. Paragraph 2. I working as a manager for 10 years. I haven't in math. A-N in math. I have 6 years in sales. Easy, right? I have proven to be a capable manager, often performance target set. Easy. I am that my skills will make me a strong salesperson. I am sure. But it's another word because we don't have sure here. My skills will, me too. I feel that my experience will be valuable to your company. This is a very nice sentence, by the way. I would be to have an opportunity of an interview. I would very much appreciate the opportunity of an interview. You have the structure here. With this, we have all the structure that we need to write a successful covering letter. Very nice exercise, by the way, right? So why don't you pause and then you use these words, take a print, and you complete the sentences. Easy? Easy. All right, I'm going to give you the answers, and you please pause the video, try to do the exercise, and then you check the answers. Please find my CV enclosed. I'm writing to apply for the vacancy of manager as advertised in the Times. I'd like to be considered for the post of manager. I have been working as a manager for 10 years. I have been working. Present perfect continues to emphasize the time. 10 years, right? I have a degree in math. I have 6 years experience in sales. I have proved to be a capable manager, often exceeding performance target set. I am confident that my skills will make me a strong salesperson. My skills will allow me to perform well, for example. I feel that my experience will be a valuable asset to your company. Asset. Valuable asset to your company. Asset would be, how to say, capital, valor, algo de capital. I would be grateful to have the opportunity of an interview. These are the answers. We could talk more about these wonderful sentences during the live lesson. But, for example, we would write here that this is the greeting, subject line in the opening. Write greeting or something, and then you open the letter with the reasons for writing. Then your qualifications and experience, and then why you are the right person for the job. And finally, you conclude the letter and you sign off. Very nice structure. Very nice structure. Oh, I tell you, this wonderful material, business partner, gives you English, but gives you more than that. If you follow this, for example, you get better chances to find a job, to get a job. This is wonderful indeed. Indeed. Well, let's practice a little more on useful phrases for covering letters. Let's review some structures and sentences, and we could do it in order to learn more on how to write a very good covering letter. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 ends to these sentences here, right? So let's read the second part of the sentences and then work with the beginnings. Will be a valuable asset to the company to help your company develop new products. The opportunity of an interview. Have the opportunity of an interview. The vacancy of marketing executive. Experience in this field. Details of my work experience enclosed. My skills will prove useful in this post. Often exceeding monthly targets. Advertised on your website. And then we have these 10 options here. Please find details of my work experience enclosed. Right? It's a bit hard for me. Now, why don't you take a print of this, or obviously you have in your book, but you can take a print of this, and these sentences. Really wish Pearson had given us this space to work. I don't know why they don't do this. They didn't do this. We have number 2. Oh, please pause the video, try to do the exercise, and then you play to see the answers. I am writing to apply for the vacancy of marketing executive. I have more than 10 years experience, right? Experience in this field. 4. I have proved to be a good manager. Often exceeding monthly targets. Letter I. I am confident that my skills will prove useful in this post. Yeah, it isn't easy to control. I would very much appreciate the opportunity of an interview. Get blue again, please. Look, it I saw the vacancy. Where did you see the vacancy? It's somewhere, right? Advertised on your website. So it's letter J, and it gets harder and harder to complete, to do the exercise, to put the letter in the correct place. Aha! I learned how to do it. My programming skills will allow me to help your company develop new products. Letter B. No, don't move. I would be grateful to have an opportunity to Oh, have the opportunity of an interview. Letter D, right? Um, and I feel that my experience and skills, I believe it's letter A, isn't that? Will be a valuable asset to the company. Ah, we are right. So you can take another print and go back and check again. Right? Very nice. This covering letter had examples of past simple and present perfect. We have some grammar reference to analyze past simple and present perfect in more details. Let's take a look at that. Past simple and present perfect. When do we use past simple? When do we use that? We can use past simple to talk about events that took place at a definite time in the past and finished time in the past. We also use to talk about details of something that happened in the past. Let's see them in a deeper way. In this case, events that took place at a definite time in the past. We often use the past simple with time expressions to show that it's a definite time in the past. Yesterday, last week, at 8 o'clock, 3 years ago. For example, I organized a surfing team at my university, and you're no longer at university. Last year, we won the National Inter-University Surfing Competition. Last year, a finished time in the past, right? Or a definite time in the past. Finished time in the past, I lived there for 10 years and I don't live there anymore. Details of something that happened in the past. I've been there several times. In fact, I went there last week. Giving details. You start with present perfect to give the general idea or the collection of experience, but then you go and you highlight a specific event in the past. We can use the present perfect to talk about indefinite time in the past, past actions or states which are relevant now. Basically this. There are other uses, but we are emphasizing these connected to covering letters, right? In this case of indefinite time in the past, we either don't know when something happened or we don't consider when it happened important. It's not necessary for what we are describing now. For example, I have spent the last 3 summer holidays, working for a local surfing company. In this case, we don't know exactly when, but it was sometime before now. And we also use present perfect to talk about past actions or states which are relevant now. In this case, we often use the present perfect with expressions such as already, before, ever, never, recently, always, still, yet. I've just completed a sports education degree. Just completed. Agorinha mesmo. Acabei de, right? I have always kept up to date with current trends. Have you ever worked for Microsoft? And well, I didn't talk about that, but you know that you form the present perfect by by using verb have and the past participle of the main verb. Okay? Have in the present, or have has, and the other verb in the past participle. And we form the past simple with the past of the main verb. I went there. And if the verb is regular, with ed. The auxiliary verb is verb do in the past. Did. Did you organize? Did you win? And then, as the main verb goes to the past, did, the other verb goes to the infinitive form. Right? Basically that. So we saw the grammar reference. After that, we have the task, the main task of the exercise. We have the job advert, another one, not this one for the surfers. Read the job advert on page 130. Discuss ways in which you could improve the covering letter which has been written in response to it. So there's an example. Let's go and check the advertisement and an example covering letter. It's here, right? The job advertisement. The company is more media. Digital technologies, technologic position. Do you have a degree in media? Are you very competitive and looking for a fast-paced job working with a small, highly motivated team? Then you might be the person More Media is looking for. We want someone who is very ambitious, has excellent communicative skills, and is career-focused. Intensive training is given by our senior sales executive, so an ability to learn quickly is vital. The job involves sourcing and developing new client relationships, initially by cold calling. So good telephone skills are necessary and the hours are flexible. If you think this is you, send a CV to markslater@moremedia.com. Well, this person thought he was a suitable candidate, team-worthy. And then he says, "Dear Mr. Slater, I am writing about your job. I attach my CV. I've got a degree in media and need to find a job as quickly as possible." Desesperado. "I like talking on the phone and working flexible hours. My friends tell me that I'm very good at selling things, so I think I'll be good at this job. I look forward to working with you. By Team Worthy." There are things that we can do to improve this letter, right? Can we help him? Can we help Team Worthy? I believe we can. So let's try to help him. Look, too informal, right? I've. You should write these sentences in a different way. By. No, that's not the way to say bye-bye. In a formal letter, you want a job, so don't write that way. Okay, we will check, analyze, and try to improve the quality of this letter during the live lesson. After that, we would write our own covering letter in around 180 words. And then we will analyze the other one's letter. I hope we can write a very nice covering letter in order to learn the techniques and be prepared for writing our next one for our future jobs in Portuguese or in English. See you then in the live lesson. Bye bye.